So how did we get here today, and what did I do this morning? Putting little pink labels in, and something I'm going to eat that is so good for my body. Let's talk about what I'm planting in here. Sun's coming out. The emus are now in the house in their home pen. Oh, they can't reach these puppies, so they haven't eaten those, but they have eaten most of that. There's one left down there. Let's walk outside and I'll show you what's going on here. Hopefully we'll get to this pretty soon. But I'm doing one thing at a time. I don't want to stress out and say, hey, I'm going to do everything, and then it doesn't happen. Let's walk over here. This needs good watering. This just came up. Actually, this plant, it grew all winter, and it's making a comeback full of tomatoes. We'll see what it is. All right, in here, this is what's left over. This is ginger. Is this ginger? No, that's turmeric. Let's see what I've got in here. There should be ginger somewhere. I think we're going to take this. See how it's growing? Let's put this back. This is my problem. I've got so much, but I'm eating it. And then I'm going to plant everything, store some, and that's it. All right, let's take this and work with this right now. But we're not going to put big pieces in little pots. We don't want to do that. So let's keep going down here. You know what? The best thing for me to do is, let me go get my tripod so you can see what I'm doing. I am so hoping you can hear me over them working on the house. Anyways, I've got these now full of leaves on the bottom and some sticks on the very bottom. Now, in between everything else, I want it to be loose soil because turmeric, see how it grows? Here's the crown. If you look, it's going down. And then when it's time to grow, do you see what they're doing? This is going to be leaves. They're turning around, they're coming up. They're looking for the sunlight. They're looking for the top of the soil. Now these are nothing. This is just roots. This is not turmeric. I don't believe this will grow if I took it off that plant. This is just where they store for the winter. I've tried it. It's never grown for me. Now I'm going to break these apart in a few minutes and we're going to reset them up. I'm going to add a little bit more of this in, and I'm going to try to keep the sticks out. This, all the green matter, will break down. By the time the turmeric takes off and resets new roots, all that will be gone by the microbes or anything else. And let's keep it as soft as possible. And the reason I don't need such big pots for turmeric is because, like I said, it will go down. And it will keep going down. It doesn't go sideways all the time. If it can't go sideways, it will pack its way down. And you know what? You can get just as much turmeric. It's amazing in a small pot than you can in a big pot. So turmeric is great. Ginger, on the other hand, no. Ginger spreads. And it will grow in here. There's not a problem. But when it hits the side, it just will push and push the pot. It almost looks like it's breaking it. So we don't need more of that. We need more loose soil. Then I can just find a place for it and bury it. Well, not bury it, but, bury the turmeric. So now we're going to plant the turmeric. It's going to be really happy. I should have had that damp, but that's okay. Now we can't put a lot in here because I want it to grow. I may not even eat this year. Let's go with the pieces that are growing. This one's growing. Look at that. We're going to make its life easier. I could leave this and let it grow. You know what? I should have. Now I'd have to redo it. Okay, we're going to leave that. You're going to see what I'm going to do with that because that's got little roots on it. So I'm going to leave it. I'll give it a good jump start. This isn't growing. Let's just break it apart and see what's going on because I'm planting all this quickly. Okay, so this has also got roots. So I can break all the roots off. We go to the grocery stores, not a problem. All of this is going to grow. So we'll put this one in here, that one in there. I have one more that's growing here. Whoops. Now this you still want to plant. It's just starting. So do not lose that. Let's put that here. Now this one, this one's a good one to, look at this. It's still got roots on there too. I think I'm going to plant these three. So let me get my gloves back on. Because I may remove some of the soil and put the roots a little further down. There's a good chance on those roots down here that it's just going to dry up and it will start all over. See, it's broke, but don't worry about it. Some people say, oh, you've got to let it dry for a week. No, and you saw what it will do. I'll tell you something. If this was on the very bottom of the pot, it would find its way up. So we're gonna put it, it's trying to go up that way. So let it do the same thing. Let's move the roots away. I could take them all off. I'm just gonna leave it like this. And I'm gonna turn it upside down so it's pointed up already. Now we're going to put some damp soil and dry soil on top. It doesn't need a lot of anything because it's going to start sending roots down. I'm going to have to label this. The way I've been labeling turmeric in my yard, instead of writing out labels, I just get a pink tote lid and I cut it up. And if I see pink anywhere, let's put it, oh, this is going to be a big one though. That's all right. This will go up this way, push all that down. And let me see, do I have any wet, damp soil? Usually go through and I water the wheelbarrow, and I didn't do it a couple days. And when I have soil in it like this. Okay, so we got that one, and now we're gonna plant this one. Hopefully you can see. Oh, my head's not in it. Okay, and we're gonna put that there. And then I'm gonna put the other turmeric back where I got it. And I'll find someplace else to plant that later. Anything I don't plant, I'll just eat. And if I'm gonna eat it, I can freeze it. I prefer freezing it. Freezing, I always think it's better. And that's it. Now I'm gonna go, you know, I'm gonna pick whatever off the ground here. Give it a good mulch. It will push its way through. That's it. Now let me go get some pink labels and find a place for it and give it a good water. Okay, I will be right back, and I'm gonna go put the turmeric back. And that's all I need. Let's go put this back before I forget. Now do keep in mind, it is better to put it in a pot like this size, which is a good size. I grow a lot of them in. But the point is I'm gonna kind of spread them around this time. And with the small pots, it's going to be perfect because I can grab any of those small pots if I run out of turmeric, tip it over, take out what I want, and then replant them. In the meantime, it's just going to grow, and I can stick them in between a lot of plants. And remember, to label. And when I see pink anywhere in the garden, I know it's turmeric, and I don't have to write on it or anything. And I'll know when it's growing anyways. But it's just a very easy way of gardening, and it works for me. And I think it might work for you too. And remember, once you start growing turmeric and you figure it out, you're going to get tons of it. So now that's it. Now I can take these and stick them anywhere. I can just find a little place, like here's a pot here. I can stick another one here. You know, that's a little too sunny. I could drop one way down here. That's a really nice place for it. Look at the sun it's going to get, plus it's going to get shade really good. These are my potatoes. I don't want to put anything on top of that, though I could put one on top of there. And that's all I need to do is just find places for the pots. It could be anywhere where it's going to get a little sun and a little shade. I could put it here, but I think it'll stick out like a sore thumb. So I've got so much going on. Look at that. But I can just walk around and think about it. Oh, I know what I planted there. I wonder, might push that down in there. That's just some garlic chives. That has got a little tomato in there. There's my other tomato I planted. I think that's a good place for that. And I think I know where I'm going to put this one. Just tuck it in here. Remember, it's portable. I can move it later on. Anywhere I want. Just push it. Whoops, sorry about that. Push it in there. And that's it. Now I'll have turmeric coming through there. It's going to get shade from the other plants. This is microclimates. If this had no plants, it would be one climate. Keep that in mind. The moment you plant something, oh, there's another one coming up. It creates another climate for plants because now you've created some shade. Adding plants, trees, statues in your garden, anything starts to create microclimates. That's going to work really good. And if I want, no, I don't have any more room to put in there, but that's going to be good. And then I've got the other ones kind of sporadically put around. You saw that. So I hope I gave you some ideas on how to plant turmeric. Yes, it's small, but that's okay. It's better than just throwing it out or composting it. And though we eat a lot, I have grown tons in the fashion in which we grow them. Remember, turmeric grows down, ginger grows sideways. With that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Oh, the monarchs are coming to visit my milkweed.